and Ipswich had well over 30. So obviously Ipswich were the dominant side, but it's just so good for non-league football to see a team go that far in the competition, and it provides great exposure to this league as well.
I think Beaver math would be to say that if Maidstone has beaten Ipswich and we beat Maidstone, we're better than Ipswich.
We're better than Ipswich. We're better than a team that could get promoted to the Premier League.
Yeah, we'll just bypass the EFL. We'll just go straight up.
Yeah, once again, congratulations to Maidstone United, and hopefully they'll get themselves a glamour tie in the next round. Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United, they're still in the FA Cup as things stand. Now we'll go to one of our own scalp, Hartlepool United, as I mentioned a little earlier in the broadcast. A stunning win on penalties, and Jonny, you made the long trip up to the northeast, and how was it?
Oh my goodness me, Jackson. It was, as a Hampton and Richmond fan, I've been following this club for a number of years, and that afternoon, I've never felt so much joy. It really was a fantastic afternoon to be a Hampton and Richmond fan. I mean, I took the decision to fly up to Newcastle because I thought, I just want to say in my life that I've flown to a non-league game of football, and I managed to succeed with that, and had a full weekend in Newcastle as well. Me and my dad, just a nice long weekend up there, exploring the sights of Hartlepool as well as Newcastle. But yeah, sorry, back to the football, and yeah, it was a really, really tough game. Hartlepool were dominant on the possession, but they had plenty of chances, but they just couldn't take them. And Hampton and Richmond showed some really strong, resolute defending and saw out the draw all the way to the end of 90 minutes there to keep the scores at 0-0, and it went to penalties once again, just like the Southend United game. And for those that were tuned in on Radio Beaver, I think you must have heard that I was having a little bit of a... I was struggling at moments.
I was one of them.
Yeah, I was struggling with trying to keep myself buoyant whilst trying to do the commentary, but Hampton and Richmond managed to win on penalties again, and we find ourselves now in the 5th round of the FA Trophy. Can you believe it?
I certainly can't. And next up is Macclesfield, Robbie Savage's Macclesfield FC, who come to the Bev 2 weeks today. It is in a fortnight, but you can already buy your tickets. Below on the stream there is the link, the ticket link, so you can click on that now, get your tickets super duper early, and yeah, hopefully it'll be another great day for the Beavers. Now, one of the heroes of our trip to Hartlepool, Adam Daybar, there was a nice little interview on our social channels published earlier this week, and I thought it was quite interesting viewing. And I thought we could just sort of talk about Adam Daybar. Of course, he's got some new competition in the form of I Am Aziz. I saw him earlier today, very big goalkeeper, covers a lot of the goal, and feels like the standards are getting even higher at Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, certainly, and I think what we've seen from Daybar has been so impressive so far this season. He's been in some matches our saviour at times, and obviously 2 penalty shootout wins, you can't knock that either. And I think, yeah, he's really stood out since he's come here, and obviously got thrown in a bit at the start of the season, and actually he's come out as our number 1 and done really well. So a great sign from Chester, and hopefully that competition can only help.
Yeah, I fully agree with you there, Laura. And just Adam Daybar, his shot-stopping ability, you've got to say, I think he's got to be one of the best in the league, hasn't he? He's been absolutely terrific, and just with the penalty shootouts, he's had to go through 2 penalty shootouts this season, and he's come out on top in both of them. You know, this season, I know Hampton and Richmond haven't had the most clean sheets so far this season, but I think Adam Daybar has made some fantastic saves for us and has kept us in so many games this season. And I think he's only going to develop, and he's only going to get better. I mean, just keep watching him. I think he's going to have a really strong finish to the season for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Just 6 clean sheets for Adam Daybar this season, but stats really don't paint the full picture when analysing performance, and that is very much the case for Adam Daybar. We're very, very lucky to have him in between the sticks this afternoon and all season. In fact, he's played every minute of every game this season for Hampton and Richmond. Well, we'll move on to a little social post that caught my eye earlier in the week. We've scored plenty of goals this season, and a question was posed to fans: what goal have you celebrated the most this season? So I thought it would be a bit of fun that we could go through that ourselves. So Jonny, I'll go to you first. Which goal this season have you celebrated the most?
Okay, I've got two. It's either the the own goal, if you like, at Southend United, which I think on the commentary I thought it was Alfie Whittingham because it was all happening so quickly, and I saw Alfie Whittingham run away and celebrate, and I did think it was him, so I lost it over Alfie Whittingham. So either that goal for me or our first goal at home this season, Ben Seymour's penalty in the 88th minute to give us our first victory against Weymouth under the floodlights, which were on and off at times. So no, that would have been it for me, either one of those two.
I think I'd have to go for the 4-3 thriller. I think it was against Dartford, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the winner in that match, I think that's got to be up there for me for the most celebrated. Just the kind of calamity and drama in that match to come out winners, that was huge. Certainly go for that goal.
Yeah, that's certainly up there for me. Jake Gray's 92nd minute winner against Dartford, or Ben Seymour on New Year's Day against Slough Town. But yeah, I think that's leads on nicely to a few bits of housekeeping. So Laura, if you wouldn't mind taking a bit of it away.
I'm very, very excited to be back, obviously having been away, and I'm more excited to be here back next weekend, where of course you can also be here too. You can come for a family of 4, football for a fiver if you arrive here at a certain time. So
12:15 to be precise. Yep.
There we go, the details from the main man. And of course, while I have been away, I've been keeping up to date through the newsletter, and both the football next weekend and the newsletter are available to subscribe to or to get your tickets below at the links under the video. So make sure to do that, because that newsletter has kept me updated while I've been away.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so our next game is at home to Truro City, who we beat 2-1 over in Cornwall back in August.
Certain Jordan Cheadle got a goal, didn't he? Jordan Cheadle, I mean, we regrettably haven't seen him in a while, but obviously he's still out injured at the moment. But yeah, no, Truro at home next weekend. The home games keep coming through, and then after Truro, it's obviously the big one.
Yeah, Macclesfield at home. As I mentioned, you can get tickets for Macclesfield at home using the link as well as the other links you should be clicking on. But maybe not do it just yet, because you want to watch us. We are still waiting for about 6 minutes until the match starts. While we've still got a little bit of time before that happens, we could talk a little bit about Jurgen Klopp. Sent shockwaves through the football world. The Liverpool manager announcing that he will be resigning from his post at the end of this season. I have just about stopped crying ever since the announcement was made. As a Liverpool fan, I'm feeling a bit conflicted. I feel like he deserves the rest, but also where on earth are Liverpool going to go after that? And well, as two people who don't support Liverpool, what's your reaction to it?
I think it is sad, because it's a huge loss from the Premier League, and he has been such a figure and a character in the Premier League. Not sad as well, because I'm hoping it will make Liverpool slightly not as good. But also there is the fear that maybe Xabi Alonso can come in as a replacement with this timing. So who knows? It'll be interesting to see what does happen from here. No,
and I think for me, I mean, Jurgen Klopp has had 9 years. He's been manager of Liverpool now, so he's had a really good long run. And sometimes you're just looking for that next challenge, aren't you? So I totally understand where Jurgen Klopp's coming from when he's saying he was running out of energy in his interview with the club TV. So for him and his career development, he just wants to move on, I think. And I think that's totally justified, and I think it's really fair. But, and I'm sure obviously lots of Liverpool fans will be upset with that, because he has brought some good times to Merseyside. But, people have to move on. And Jackson, you need to cheer up.
Well, yes, it's been quite a period for Liverpool Football Club over the years. I've just given a little wave to Rory Donaldson there on the bench, of course. And in fact, it was Rory Donaldson who scored our first goal of the season in the reverse fixture against Chelmsford, a 1-1 draw over in Essex. The goal scorer for them, Callum Jones, he's also on the bench this afternoon. That is Callum Jones, not from Love Island All-Stars, just in case you were wondering, because any of you two watching that? Or
no. Are you watching that?
No. I am very behind, but anyway, we move on. I can see both teams are ready and raring to make their way onto the pitch. I'll go through the team news one more time. For the away side, it's Henry Gray in goal. Then there's Cameron James, the captain, Dave Winfield, Jermaine Francis, Finley Barbrook, Luke Jenkins, who was on loan at Hampton and Richmond last season, Charlie Ruff, Freddie Hockey, Joshua Castiglione, Samir Carruthers and Henry Ochieng. The substitutes are Ben Brooks, Callum Jones, Jazzy Barnum Bob, Opie Alpha and Callum Watts. As I'm sure you can hear, both teams have made their way onto the pitch at the Bev. Hampton and Richmond wearing their navy blue strip. It's all navy blue, so navy blue shirt, navy blue shorts and navy blue socks. The visitors are in an all white strip, white shirt, white shorts and white socks. The team for Hampton and Richmond, Adam Daybar in goal. Then it's Dean Inman, Luis Fernandez, Ben Seymour, the captain Jake Gray, Sam Deadfield, Shane Dunn, Isaac Piplado, Mason Bloomfield, Dominic Ravan and Joshua Anafawos. Substitutes are Rory Donaldson, Rob Hall, Tope Fadahunsi, Connor Curran Brown and Dan Wishart.
And here are your beavers today, starting at goal, number 19, Adam Daybar.
The sun is shining very brightly. I'm very glad I remembered my sunglasses this afternoon.
I'm slightly regretting it with the sun beaming down right on my small eyes, and I'm probably really going to struggle to see this afternoon, but hopefully it'll just set nicely below the Beverly as we get into the second half. But if I may, Jackson, Laura, just to mention Dominic Ravan, obviously his loan spell did finish a couple of weeks ago, but we managed to sign him on a permanent deal now. Yeah. So I think that's a really good bit of business for Hampton and Richmond. So I thought it was really good to mention him and Tope as well coming in.
Tope Fadahunsi, yeah.
Tope Fadahunsi coming on loan from Sutton United. So just bolstering up the strike partnerships up front. So again, Hampton and Richmond have been making some really good business at the moment. Obviously, the recent acquisition, a fairly recent acquisition of Josh Anafawos, and it's good to see that he's making his first home start this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. Made a very good impact in our last home victory. That was on New Year's Day, a 2-1 victory at the Death against Slough Town. Anafawos opening the score, and then Slough Town did equalise. However, Ben Seymour in stoppage time, thanks to a delightful cross by Anafawos, won the game for Hampton and Richmond. And now, as I always do, before the game starts, can I get score predictions from both of you?
I think this will be quite a tough one, but I think we're going to win, so I'm going to go for a 2-1 win.
Okay.
For me, after being there at the reverse fixture, Chelmsford are a really good side defensively. They have been so strong in the last 5 games they've been playing, and so I'm going to say it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 1-1.
I'm going to go 1-0 Hampton and Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 1-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And yeah, Johnny, you mentioned Chelmsford's really good form of late. 5 of the last 6 they've won, and in that run they've beaten Torquay and Braintree, who of course beat Hampton and Richmond earlier this month. It was at Braintree. Josh Anafawos getting a very good goal, but unfortunately Hampton and Richmond fell to a 3-1 defeat over in Essex. Hopefully we'll have better luck against this Essex-based side. And we are just waiting for the game to kick off. It will be the visitors who start off shooting towards the Alan Simpson OBE stand, and Hampton Richmond, as they usually do in the first half at the Bev, kicking towards the Keith Hussey stand.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really exciting game this afternoon. 2 very good sides, both in very good form, and I think it's going to be quite a tight affair. But obviously we want to hope that Hampton and Richmond come out as victors this afternoon.
Of course. The referee is conducting his final checks. One of his assistants is just taking up position. Looks like it's Dominic Ravan playing right back. Jordan Thomas, of course, a long-term absence after picking up an injury in our defeat to Braintree a few weeks ago. And away we go at Beverley Stadium. Hampton and Richmond against Chelmsford City. And the ball has gone out for an early throw-in to the home side. Well, the referee has overruled the linesman's decision, so the away side actually have it about 15 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half. It's now been taken. And the ball is with number 26, Ochieng. Plays it to Finley Barbrook. There's a crossfield ball played towards number 10, Samir Carruthers, on this left-hand side. He plays it inside to Charlie Ruff. Now it's number 24, Castiglione, who has the ball on the left flank. Plays it to Ruff, who tries to find Castiglione again, but it has drifted out for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond. And interestingly, Johnny, on our way in to the ground, we met the dad of Charlie Ruff, who is playing this afternoon for Chelmsford City. He's a very nice man indeed, and he was saying just how they're really clicking into gear, Chelmsford of late, and they're certainly a promotion rival of Hampton. I think we can now start having that conversation, even with plenty of football to be played this season.
Yeah, certainly, and obviously it's a much changed Chelmsford side compared to the Chelmsford side Hampton and Richmond played back in August last year at the start of the season. There's only a few names on that team sheet that I recognise from the reverse fixture. Still got the big man Dave Winfield, the captain, leading the at the centre-back position, and then obviously Samir Carruthers, who they signed from Dartford at the start of the season, so he's one to keep a lookout on this afternoon.
Bit of head tennis in the centre circle there. The ball is with Ocheng, but he's tackled by Anna Fawos. Hampton Richmond have been dispossessed, so the ball is back with the away side. Crossfield ball is given away, intercepted by Jake Gray. However, he can't quite control it, so Castiglione collects it. Now their captain Winfield looks to find number 19, Freddie Hockey, but Fernandez heads it away. Now it's with Jake Gray just inside Hampton Richards' half. He plays it long towards Ben Seymour, but the goalkeeper Henry Gray deals with it, although only puts it out for a throw-in to Hampton Richmond. About midway into Chelmsford half on the right-hand side. Ravan takes it, plays it to Deadfield. Ravan gets it back. His long ball is headed away by Winfield. Castiglione then clears away. Shane Dunn then caresses the ball down to Sam Deadfield. Now it's Jake Gray on the right-hand side. Plays it back to Deadfield. Not many options, and it's a good 1-2 with Josh Hannaford. He plays it through to Ben Seymour. Here's a chance. And it's just over the bar. The flag did stay down. It is a corner kick to Hampton Richmond, but what a chance that was for Ben Seymour.
Yeah, spicy start. Ben Seymour doing what he does best, and he had a really good opportunity there, but just going over the bar there, and that does, like you say, Jackson, go out for a corner ball to Hampton and Richmond. Good start.
It was a really nice passing move as well. The link-up play between Hampton and Richmond, just around the edge of that box to play that through ball to Seymour, and he was not far off from getting that to just dip below the crossbar.
Yeah, 14 goals for Ben Seymour, 12 of them in the National League South this season. It looked all set to be goal number 15, but Hampton Richmond are still putting the pressure on. It's a corner on the left-hand side, which captain Jake Gray will take it. Plenty of bodies in the box. Gray swings it in to the back post of Louis Fernandez. It's just a bit too far over Fernandez, and it has drifted out for a goal kick to the away side.
It's been quite a dominant start by Chelmsford in possession, but I think Hampton and Richmond have definitely looked more threatening when they do break and get that possession.
And just if we just talk about the shape quickly, it does look like Hampton and Richmond are going for like a 4-2-3-1 formation. You've got Louis Fernandez and Dean Inman as your two centre backs, and then the two holding midfielders there, Deadfield and Shane Dunn. And then the forwards, you've got Bloomfield, Anna Fawos and Gray, and then up front, Ben Seymour.
And there's Bloomfield on the ball now, holding off two Chelmsford players and then playing it out left to Isaac Pitt-Blado. He then clips it down the line, but it's intercepted by number 2, James. He looks to find Ruff. But it's actually Freddie Hockey who's penalised for a foul on Isaac Pitt-Blado. The Chelmsford bench not very happy with the decision by the referee. So it's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond, about 10 yards outside Adam Desbois' penalty box. Yeah, 1 or 2 words for the referee by the manager, Robbie Simpson. But play is flowing again. So a crunching challenge there by Sam Deadfield. The loose ball goes to Gray. He plays it back to Luis Fernandez. He's under pressure. He plays it outright to Dominic Ravan, who's tackled by Samir Carruthers. Out for a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond, just inside Hampton Richmond's half on the right-hand side. Ravan assessing his options there.
Yeah, Dominic Ravan on the throw, and again, like I said at the start of the broadcast, it is an absolute pleasure to have Dominic Ravan at the club fully now instead of being on loan, as he did certainly impress us on his loan spell.
He certainly did. A very composed performance at the back against Weston-super-Mare and Slough Town as well. Oh, here's Josh Anavose. He wriggles away. Plays it through to Ben Seymour. What a chance. Oh, and it's gone just wide. Another golden opportunity for Ben Seymour. It's more magic play by Anavose. A delicate through balls of Ben Seymour. And he actually had 2 bites of the cherry, but somehow it's not gone in.
Oh my God, I got so excited there because it looked like it was just, the net was just starting to ripple there, but obviously it was just on the outside netting. But Josh Anavose, the intelligence of the play there to find Ben Seymour. What a start to his life at Hampton and Richmond he's having.
Absolutely. So 6 minutes on the clock, still 0-0, but Ben Seymour is in behind here. It's a bit of an awkward bouncing ball, so he is just going to have to check his run. He's got Bloomfield and Deadfield in support. Uses Deadfield, who uses Bloomfield. Back with Deadfield. And now Pip Blado plays it to Bloomfield. Pip Blado receives it again. And now Anavose, that's good play with Deadfield. Deadfield crossed it in first time. Ben Seymour Well, there was a Ben Seymour and Shane Dunn who are both going for it and neither really committed to it. Hampton to serve it. Here's Anavose. Takes the shot. Well blocked by Chelmsford. It will drift out for a corner kick to Hampton Richmond. That was delightful play by the Beavers.
Silky, beautiful, sumptuous. That was what that was going on there. That was fantastic play by Hampton and Richmond. Brilliant start for the Beavers at the moment.
So it'll be Sam Deadfield who takes the corner on the right-hand side. Josh Anavose is shown in support, but the likes of Dean Inman, Luis Fernandez, Mason Bloomfield will be looking to get their head on it. Headed away by Chelmsford, and the referee has seen some kind of infringement. I think it was Luis Fernandez who was penalised there, so it is a free kick to the away side.
Yeah, just on that earlier chance that got to the byline and cut it back, and as you said, it was Dunn and Seymour going for it. Seymour just ahead of the ball and Dunn just behind it, and I think it would always been better for Dunn to step onto that, but it was Seymour that went for it in the end, and a bit of communication maybe there, but it was such good play and so nice to watch.
Goal kick has been taken, met by Dean Inman with a firm header. It's just a bit too far in front of Mason Bloomfield, so it has drifted out for a throw-in to Chelmsford City. About 20 yards into their own half on the right-hand side. It's Cameron James who takes it. He's got Ochieng in support, but he goes down the line towards Ruff, who does control it and manages to keep it in pretty well there. Plays it back to James, who just spoons it out of play for a throw-in to Hampton Richmond. About 15 yards into the Beavers' half.
Thank you to all those tuning in so far on Beaver TV. I know we've got some listeners in Ireland, Marion, Reenie and Lexi, who are tuning in from Ireland this afternoon. Pleasure to have you with us.
The throw-in has been taken. Ben Seymour beaten to the header, but Josh Anavose again doing well, finding Bloomfield, but Bloomfield is tackled. Here's Dean Inman making his return. His first game since our win over Southend in the FA Trophy on December the 9th. It's good to have such a stalwart of the Beverley Stadium back in the starting 11. Adam Desbois did receive the ball, but he just kind of booted it out of the ground, so it is a throw-in to the away side, about 15 yards into Hampton Richmond's half on the right. Ball is back with Captain Winfield. He plays it to his fellow centre-back, who then tries to find Samir Crothers with a crossfield ball. It's an easy gather for Dominic Ravan. Jake Gray then gets onto the loose ball. Josh Anavose is penalised there for a challenge on Henry Ochieng. I think he can feel a bit hard done by Anavose. It didn't seem like there's a loss in it, so it's a free kick to Chelmsford, about 5 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half on the left-hand side, which will be taken by Carruthers. Takes it quickly down the line towards Ruff, who is flagged offside. Just mistimed his run there, Charlie Ruff.
Carruthers is an Arsenal Academy prospect. He's played for Villa and Sheffield United senior starts.
Yeah, played for Villa in the Premier League. I recall seeing his name on Match of the Day a fair few years ago now, but won't give away my age. Anyway, a ball is clipped down the line towards Anavose. It is intercepted. Ravan then collects the loose ball. Just a bit of a bitty pasture play. That was nice from number 19, Freddie Hockey. Not so nice there from Ochieng, just kicks it out of play. It's Josh Anna-Fawos.
Nice.
Silky play there. Once again, he finds Jake Gray. Plays out left to Isaac Pitblado.
Nice.
Returns it to Gray. And then it's cleared out of play by Ochieng.
It really does feel like Hampton and Richmond have been working on that close play of playing those passes, overlapping runs and triangles, and it's really paying off in this match.
Now here's Sam Deadfield. Finds Anna-Fawos. He's tackled by a combination of Charlie Ruff and Barbrook. But Hampton Richmond are still in possession. So with Anna-Fawos, clips it out left to Isaac Pitblado.
Yes.
And he's won himself a corner. That was good play by the left back. He was tackled there, so it's another corner kick to Hampton Richmond. They're really racking up the corner count so far.
Just to go back on your point, Laura, as well, I think, you know, they have been working on those intricate passing. I think the intelligence that Mel has bedded into the team now, I think it's brilliant.
Corner has been taken short. It's Anna-Fawos. Great skill by him. Looks to find Pitblado. Here's Fernandez! Cleared off the line. It is still... Oh, Shane Dunn tries a left-footed half volley, but he miscues it. Hampton Richmond still applying the pressure. Now here's Sam Deadfield. Got Jake Gray in support and he uses him. Jake Gray considers the cross, plays it short to Pitblado, and then his pass out left is intercepted. And now Chelmsford can build themselves an attack with Jerome Francis. He's made his way into Hampton and Richmond's half. Robbie Simpson did not like the speed of that counter-attack, and Francis did then play it back.
I'm going to say it again, it's Samir Crothers. He's in so much space. I'm really surprised that the Chelmsford players are not picking him out, because he's got the pace on it, but also Dean Inman was tracking back fantastically there.
Winfield clips it out right, to Francis, who shoulder charges Isaac Pitblado. Francis can get the cross in. He pinged it in to Ruff, and it just rebounded off his shoulder and out of play for a goal kick.
Isaac Pitblado just took a little knock there.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a fair enough challenge by Francis, but maybe it was a bit of a nasty landing for Pitblado. He is back on his feet, moving slightly gingerly, but it does seem like it's one of those things where he just needs to walk it off before returning to that usual fluidity.
Just want to apologise if you're hearing any fruity language below us here in the gantry. Do apologise if our microphones are picking that up.
Yeah, it is a passionate game, but obviously sometimes the mark gets overstepped in terms of language used.
Certainly does.
I think Robbie Simpson will definitely be having words about passing that out to Carruthers in the second half, so we might want to look out for that after the break.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Laura.
Adam Desbois takes the goal kick, aiming for Bloomfield. It's too high for him and Luke Jenkins. Ben Seymour now has the ball just outside Chelmsford half. Bit of a late challenge there by Jenkins.
Bit naughty.
And here's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond on the left-hand side, about 5 yards outside of the Chelmsford penalty box.
Yeah, a bit of a naughty challenge there by Luke Jenkins, but Ben Seymour, he wanted to keep going with it, but obviously the referee pulled it back for the free kick, and this is a good position for Hampton and Richmond to capitalise on this set piece.
It certainly is. Bloomfield, Pitblado, Inman and Fernandez are in the box. Josh Anafuo's just making his way inside the box as well. It's Jake Gray and Sam Deadfield stood over the ball. Looks like it's going to be Jake Gray to swing it in with that right boot. He does indeed. Flicked on, headed away by Luke Jenkins. Deadfield puts it back in. Oh, a bit of a hash of a clearance there by Francis. Now here's Deadfield. Tries to find Anafuo's. But Castiglione deals with it by booting it out of play into a back garden in the Hampton area. So we're going to need another football. That's about, I think that's the 4th this afternoon so far. I've not been jotting it down on my pad of paper.
Route 1 clearance there.
Here's Dominic Ravan to take it deep into Chelmsford's half on the right. Finds Ben Seymour. Tries to play it to Jake Gray. Jake Gray does now get it, crosses it in first time. The ball did hit Mason Bloomfield on the arm. I wonder if he was going to take the shot anyway, but he was very honest there. And now Chelmsford has taken a quick free kick, and now it's gone out of play for a throw into Hampton and Richmond.
Did you see how the ball just spanned there? It was slowing down. I was quite amazed that I was able to keep in there.
Yeah, defied the laws of physics there. But now Adam Daybar clips it long towards Ben Seymour. He's beaten to the header by Winfield, and Jenkins, he had to get there because Bloomfield was lurking in the background. Now here's Jermaine Francis up against Isaac Pitblado. About 15 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half. Francis clips it in, and it deflects into the arms of Adam Daybar. A few Chelmsford fans and players asking for a corner kick, but Adam Daybar did just about keep it in there.
Yeah, safely collected by Adam Daybar. Another opportunity comes for Chelmsford, but obviously coming to no avail for them.
And Chelmsford are building an attack now. It's with Samir Carruthers on the left-hand side, plays it to Castiglione. His cross is intercepted by Fernandez, and it is out for a throw-in to the Clarets, deep into Hampton and Richmond's half on the left.
I think when Chelmsford are getting the most joy down that left, it's when Castiglione and Carruthers attack together, and Castiglione is on the overlap there, and I think Ravan can potentially deal with Carruthers on his own, but when there's two of them, it just becomes that little bit more harder, and that's when they're getting that joy.
Yeah, that's bang on, Laura. Anyway, the throw-in has been taken by Castiglione. He plays it to Carruthers, who looks to cross it first time, does so, headed away by Shane Dunn, out for a corner kick to Chelmsford City.
Yeah, Shane Dunn taking no risks there, putting that ball out of play for a corner to Chelmsford City.
Yeah, approaching 35 minutes, still 0-0 between Hampton and Richmond and Chelmsford City. It's a corner for Chelmsford on the left, taken by Carruthers. Puts it in the box, headed away by Fernandez. With Barbrook now, he pings it in. Oh, and their captain Dave Winfield, he had an opportunity to maybe control it and then take the shot, but his touch was very heavy and it's gone out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, I know. I just keep thinking about your point, Laura, about the goals earlier. You do sense that there are going to be goals in this game, and you just don't. I couldn't quite say what way it's going to go first. Both sides are having opportunities, but it's certainly not one-sided at the moment.
Yeah, the game has lulled slightly since the very frantic opening 15 minutes. But here's Bloomfield just crowded out there by a number of Chelmsford defenders. Although a ball down the line by Cameron James just goes out of play for a throw-in to Hampton Richmond just inside Chelmsford's half. Bloomfield wins the header there, but Luke Jenkins is there onto the loose ball. Here's Isaac Pitblado. Now Dean Inman looks to play it down the line. Jake Gray plays it back to Sam Deadfield, clips it towards Ben Seymour, but didn't quite find Hampton Richmond's number 9. And now it's with Samir Carruthers just inside his team's half. That's a good play by Hockey. Now Charlie Ruff is making his way into the box.
No.
And here's Hockey. Great block. It's still with Jerome Francis now on the right-hand side. Plays it back to Barbrook. And now is Ochieng. Plays out left to Carruthers. He sidestepped Ravan. It's a curling effort. Well caught there by Adam Desbois, but that It was another nervy moment for Hampton and Richmond.
It was, but that was superb defending by Hampton and Richmond there. Chelmsford just had the opportunity to get the shot away there, but really good defending by Hampton and Richmond. Didn't quite see which player it was, but
his eyes at Pip Blado.
Yeah. Great block by Pip Blado. Thank you very much, Jackson. And yeah, Samir Carruthers with a really good shot, but Adam Desbois, I think, had that covered all day long. He wouldn't even, yeah. He had that covered all day long. Don't know why I needed to keep going on there, but yes.
We all wonder that, no. Mason Bloomfield was penalised for a foul on Luke Jenkins, so a free kick for Chelmsford has been taken quickly. It's now with their left back Castiglione. He plays it across to Henry Ochieng. Now here's Winfield, has the ball just outside Chelmsford's box. Now here's Ochieng. Plays it to his fellow midfielder, number 11, Barbrook. Winfield on the ball now. It's Castiglione put under pressure by Jake Gray, so Castiglione plays forward ball to Ruff. Now Carruthers has it. Ochieng, good run down the line, and he'll get there ahead of Josh Anafowoz. Play back to Castiglione. Now Charlie Ruff clips it long, but that's way over hit, and it's a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond.
Chelmsford have got a few ideas when they're coming forward with the passing and what the positions they're trying to put the ball into the box there, but yeah, they're just not quite pulling off for them at the moment. So Hampton and Richmond have kept the scores level.
Yep, 0-0 at the moment between Hampton and Richmond and Chelmsford, and we are on 38 minutes so far as Adam Desbois plays it long, aiming for Isaac Pip Blado. He's beaten to the header by James. Shane Dunn winning the ball well off Hockey, but unfortunately Dunn's attempted ball down the line does drift just out of play for a throw-in.
Sizable number down at the berth today and a decent travelling support from Chelmsford City. But of course, if you do want to be here next weekend at Truro City, the link is down there below to get the tickets, and it is £5 if it's a family of 4.
Yes.
And of course, before I just let you carry on there, Jackson, as well, the next game we are away to Welling on Tuesday night, so hopefully get to see as many of you down there as we can.
So there's at the moment a job for the Beavers to do at home. Chelmsford are looking a bit more likely to break the deadlock at the moment. So with James, who's well tackled there by Sam Deadfield. Now he can travel forward. He's got Anafowoz in support down the left, uses him. Anafowoz not got a lot of teammates nearby, and he's done very well to win a throw, and I thought that did come off him last, to be honest, when he was tackled. But throwing to Hampton Richmond on the left, about 15 yards into Chelmsford's half, taken quickly by Pip Blado, who then receives it again. Now he tries to hook it towards Anafowoz, but Jenkins is the one to control it. And now Bloomfield just shoulder barging Barbrook, and well, the referee did see that right in front of his nose. So here's a free kick to the away side, about 15 yards into their own half. Bloomfield having a lengthy chat with the referee, Isaac Searle.
Yeah, that's been about 2 or 3 occasions now in the last 10-15 minutes or so where Hampton and Richmond have had a break on like that, but Chelmsford have done enough to stop Hampton and Richmond creating any chances in a dangerous area. So like I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, Chelmsford City are going to be difficult to continue to break down this afternoon.
Right, play is back underway with Luke Jenkins making a marauding run into Hampton Richmond's half, and then he's completely miscued his attempted ball across. So Sam Deadfield now has it, plays it to Anafowoz, wriggles away from Barbara. He's tackled there by Ochieng. It's a good challenge by number 36. Shane Dunn winning a loose ball there, plays it out to Dominic Ravan, and Shane Dunn was taken out in the process by Finley Barbrook, and that is the first yellow card of the afternoon. Number 11, Barbrook, has been booked for that late challenge on Shane Dunn.
Yep, no, I think that's fair enough from the referee, but Chelmsford just need to watch out. Obviously, as we're approaching the end of the first half, and it's the first caution of the game.
And yeah, this will be an opportunity for Hampton and Richmond to test that Chelmsford defence. Jake Gray is the only one stood over the ball, but Hampton and Richmond's taller players like Inman and Fernandez and Bloomfield are in the box. Clip towards Bloomfield, but think the wind, which has just come howling down at TW12, just caught it a bit, so it was an easy gather for Chelmsford's goalkeeper, Henry Gray. Now is Barbrook, the man who has just been booked. Bar booked, you could say.
Booked. Bar booked is in the books. No. Bar book is in the book.
Anyway, here's Charlie Ruff, clips it down the line towards Ochieng. He somewhat retreats and plays it back to James. Ochieng has it again, under pressure by Shane Dunn. Ochieng does well to get away from Dunn. Now is Ruff tackled by Dean Inman. Dean Inman still pursuing him, but Ruff clips out left to Samir Crothers, who is in space. Has Castiglione in support. And his attempted cross from the outside of his boot. Oh, there's a bit of dispute about whether it went out of play before Adam Desbois caught it. The referee has allowed the original decision of goal kick to stand, given by his assistant. And Chelmsford bench and fans are not very happy with that call. I think they felt a bit hard done by some of the decisions, the small decisions that have been made by the referee this afternoon.
Yeah, didn't look like there was any wrongdoing there for Adam Desbois, but obviously when you've got a bunch of Chelmsford fans behind you, they can certainly say otherwise.
Now here's Jake Gray, heads it towards Isaac Blado, but it's cleared away by the away side. Well, that wind is really picking up. It's got a real chill to it as well.
Yeah, my hands are rather chilly at the moment, so I'm having to keep them in my pockets, but yeah, like you say, Jackson, that wind is blowing down on TW12.
Ben Seymour has just been flagged offside. He looked like he didn't time his run perfectly like he usually does, and so it's a free kick to Chelmsford just outside their penalty box. We are approaching the final minute of the opening 45 in this first half. Hampton and Richmond 0, Chelmsford City 0. Cross field pass by Jenkins is controlled by Crothers, but then Ravan
Nice.
is there to tackle him. Good ball down the line. Here's Josh Adams. He's inside the Chelmsford box. It's a handball there. Wow.
Handball. Well.
Plenty of appeals. It did look like Winfield, the captain, did handle the ball. Hampton Richmond play on. It's with Anna Woes on that right-hand side. Here's Anna Woes. Oh, that's brilliant from him. Donut Ravan, his cross is blocked. And then Ruff gets the ball away from danger. Well, time almost stood still there when Josh Anafawos tried to get away from Winfield. It did look like it hit the side of his arm there.
Yeah, almost the wind is not helping Winfield there, and it looks like, to me, it looked like it could have been a potential handball there. Josh Anafawos with some fantastic skill there, but I did think Josh Anafawos did have an opportunity to just go straight at goal himself, but he chose not to go for that.
Yeah, the referee he was unsighted, but I do think his assistant would have had a good view of the incident, so no penalty for Hampton and Richmond. They are on the attack again. Jake Gray doesn't quite control Mason Bloomfield's clipped pass outright.
Also, let's just talk about Louis Fernandez's pass there as well. That was a fantastically, perfectly timed ball to bring in Josh Anafawos.
Yeah, absolutely. One added minute at the end of this first half. On the subject of Luis Fernandez, he got in the FA Trophy Team of the Week after our triumphant victory over Hartlepool. Josh Anafawos has won a free kick there. It's Finlay Barbrook who has been penalised, and he's going to be walking a bit of a tightrope, having been booked just a few minutes ago. But more importantly, this is a really good opportunity for Hampton and Richmond to get their noses in front right before the break.
Yeah, he needs to be careful, because he's obviously going to be, he's just tiptoeing around that potentially a second yellow card there, so he's going to have to watch out. But there, this is a great opportunity for Hampton and Richmond right at the end of the first half to potentially create something in a dangerous area.
And the referee just having a lengthy chat with Barbrook there, just maybe giving him a final warning before he has to discipline him further. We have played more than a minute at the end of this first half. I'm sure this free kick will be the final opportunity of the game. Sam Deadfield and Jake Gray are stood over the ball. And of course, you've got Bloomfield Fernandez, Inman, Pitblado, they're in the box looking to get their head on it. Does favour the in-swinger of Sam Deadfield with that left foot of his. It is Sam Deadfield who takes it. Pinball around is Fernandez. It's cleared away. Don't know how that didn't go in. And there goes the half-time whistle. Well, a bit of a thrilling end to that first half. A massive opportunity for Luis Fernandez to break the deadlock. It is 0-0 between Hampton and Richmond and Chelmsford City. I talk about Hampton and Richmond chances. Ben Seymour, our top goal scorer for the season, had 2 of them inside the opening 6 minutes, but he couldn't beat Henry Gray, the Chelmsford goalkeeper. The away side came back into it after that. Jermaine Francis, his deflected cross was tipped over the bar by Adam Daybar. Mason Bloomfield then clearing the ball off the line. And then on 36 minutes, Isaac Pitblado making a heroic block to deny Freddie Hockey. And of course, that Fernandez chance just moments ago. The game is goalless, but I see, Johnny, you've got your FOTMob app at the ready.
And other scoring apps are available. But if I'll briefly, before we close out for the end of the first half, I'll just take you through the scores in the Vanarama National League South so far. So half-time, Chippenham Town 1, Hampton Waterlooville 0. Still in play, Dartford 0, Weymouth 0. Dover Athletic 0, Slough Town 0. Eastbourne Borough 1, Farnborough 1. Hampton and Richmond 0, Chelmsford 0. Hemel Hempstead 0, Welling United 0. St Albans City 0, Yeovil 1. Taunton Town 0, Averley 0. Truro City 0, Braintree Town 0. Western Supermare 1, Tunbridge Angels 1, and still in play, Worthing 3, Torquay United 1.
Well, that's a particularly interesting score in the National League South. So yeah, as Johnny said, we're going to take a few minutes rest before the start of the second half. So make yourself a brew as we wait for the second half of Hampton Richmond v Chelmsford City. Don't go anywhere.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, welcome back to Hampton and Richmond's YouTube watch-along for today's National League South fixture between Hampton and Richmond and Chelmsford City. It's 0-0 at the moment. We're just about to start the second half. Both teams have made their way back onto the pitch at Beverley Stadium. While there are no goals, plenty of chances for both sides. Ben Seymour going close twice in the opening 6 minutes, while Adam Desbois made a good save to tip an awkward ball over the bar shortly after Ben Seymour's second opportunity of the game. A penalty appeal as well for Hampton and Richmond just before half-time. In fact, we were talking to our club photographer, Tom Lang, and the picture he managed to so expertly capture showed it was a very conclusive handball by Chelmsford's captain, Dave Winfield. So a little bit of a let-off for the away side. I'm not sure how the referee's assistant hasn't spotted that, but you always play to the whistle, and Hampton and Richmond were not awarded a penalty. And just before the second half starts, who do you think will be the happier manager?
I think at the end of the first half, I think probably Mel would be the slightly happier of the two, because I know Robbie Simpson's been really upset with the fact that, as I keep banging on about in the first half, about Samir Crawford's not being utilised. So Mel marginally, but like I said at the end of the first half, it has been fairly level, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think Chelmsford will be more frustrated with not being ahead, but I think Hampton and Richmond have potentially had the better chances. So I think Chelmsford have been the more dominant team, but Hampton and Richmond have more of the, like, oh, we should really have scored there.
And now, well, we're not quite underway at the start second. Now we are. Ben Seymour just teasing everyone, myself included. So Hampton Richmond 0, Chelmsford City 0 is the score. Hampton Richmond kicking towards the Alan Simpson OBE stand in this second half. Desbois just taking action to clear away a long ball by Chelmsford. Now here's Dominic Ravan, who has had an intriguing battle there with Samir Cravers, who does make the tackle and win a throw-in about 10 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half on the left-hand side. That throw-in's given straight to Shane Dunn, who tries to find Ben Seymour, but Chelmsford win the ball back. But now here's Sam Deadfield, plays it to Bloomfield. He finds Josh Anafuos, who was a live wire in those opening minutes. Now he's got the ball in space. Tries to play it down the line to Jake Gray, but it's just not quite in the direction he would have wanted. So the goalkeeper, Henry Gray, has it. And he throws it out to number 2, Cameron James. Oh, a bit of a risky back pass there.
Yeah, Seymour just charging down onto that one. Bit sloppy from Chelmsford City.
Hampton Richmond have the ball back, but they've since lost it. Well, a bit of uncertainty at the back between Lou Fernandez and Adam Desbois. Desbois does take action to beat Freddie Hockey to the ball. Now here's Dean Inman making his first start since December the 9th. That was our FA Trophy win at Southend.
And what a day that was. That will live long in the memory.
Can more great memories be made this afternoon? The away side are in possession. Approaching Hampton and Richmond's box, Samir Carruthers on the ball. Goes back to Castiglione. Now Carruthers will cross it first time. It's met by Deadfield. Bloomfield then just mops things up before Barbrook gets onto it. Now it's a shot taken by James. It went through the legs of Dean Nimmo, but Adam Desbois got down smartly to his right to make what was a pretty simple save in the end.
It was very well taken, and he could have been offsided. It could have been one of those ones that's just sneaked through because Desbois couldn't see it, but in the end, yeah, he does really well to get down and save that one.
And Desbois is still on the ball, and he now kicks it long towards Bloomfield. He's beaten to it by Luke Jenkins. A bit of a miscommunication there between two Chelmsford defenders, and the ball is now back with Hampton Richmond. Lou Fernandez has it just inside Hampton Richmond's half. He clips it out right to Dominic Ravan, who makes a run further into Chelmsford's half. Now here's Jake Gray on the right-hand side, tries to find Anna Fawos, but this time is just a bit too overhit by Jake Gray, and it has gone out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Jake Gray just holding his hands up there, because that was a very intelligent idea though, but yeah, just too much on it for Josh Anifawose.
Just below us there in the gantry, our new signing, Tope Fadohunsi. He's down to his shorts and socks, so maybe we'll be seeing him before too long. A striker signed on a 1-month loan from Sutton United.
Loughborough University graduate. He is, so...
Who else went to Loughborough University?
No, I did.
Well, that's a good pass to Ben Seymour. It's inside the box, but good defending on the cover by Dave Winfield. But it is a corner kick to Hampton and Richmond on the left-hand side.
No, he did actually, part of his past playing career, he did play for Loughborough University, who play, I believe, 2 steps below Hampton and Richmond.
Short corner taken, here's Deadfield. His pass was just a bit too delicate there. Dominic Ravan now has the ball. He'll clip it in towards Pip Blado, but it's just a bit overhit, and Anifawose, he can't collect it on the overlap, so it is a goal kick to Chelmsford City. Yeah, some more information about Fadohunsi. Mel Gwinnett says he was brought in to just bring in some more depth up front, because we've got a pretty settled partnership already in Ben Seymour and Mason Bloomfield. And well, Fadohunsi actually scored on his Sutton United debut, a winner in August 2022 against Barrow. So if he was to come on, well, that's potentially a good sign. Oh, now here's Ben Seymour making his way towards the Chelmsford box. He just checks his run, plays it back to Deadfield, but it's a bit too far behind Hampton Richmond's number 11. Great challenge there by Shane Dunn on Barbrook. Now here's Isaac Bitblado, the left back, who has it. Plays it down the line towards Bloomfield. He's upended there by James. The referee has not seen that. Well,
what did you think of that, Jackson? I thought it was a little bit too much.
Yeah, clear. It was a handoff, which is something you'd use in rugby rather than football, by the right back Cameron James.
Yeah, you're in the wrong TW postcode if you're playing that. That's just down the road, not here.
But it's a goal kick to the away side. Mel Gwinnett was not happy with the lack of decision-making by referee Isaac Searle. Just played just over 50 minutes. Still 0-0 between Hampton and Richmond and Chelmsford. And this game really is anyone's, because both sides have had their good patches in the game. Chelmsford probably doing a slightly better job of keeping the ball. That's a good run by Castiglione. There's actually a good tracking back challenge by Jake Gray, and he forces Castiglione to put it out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, we're just waiting for sort of, again, both sides are still sort of very level pegging at the moment as we have started this second half. There's not been any clear-cut opportunities thus far. But Laura, as you said earlier, you know, you do still sense a goal's going to come for somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. I think potentially what Hampton and Richmond have struggled to do is put those chances away. We've had a few that have come close, but it's just that finishing, whether it was Anifawose just taking that shot or Fernandez hitting it right at the back post.
Isaac Bitblado heads Desbois' goal kick. Now Bloomfield is chasing it, but James will beat him to it, and he makes a subsequent clearance out to Samir Crothers, who holds off Dominic Ravan very well there and plays it to Finley Barbrook, who did receive a yellow card late in the first half. Crunching challenge there by Bitblado on Jermaine Francis. Out for a throw-in to the away side on the right-hand side at 10 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half. Taken by James. Throws it back to Jenkins, who's looked very solid in defence. He's one of the few defenders who's actually done a pretty good job on Mason Bloomfield this season, which is no mean feat. Jenkins did one of those crossfield balls to Samir Crothers, but Crothers has actually been flagged offside there. So it's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond, about 15 yards into their half, which will be taken by Adam He looks to find Ben Seymour, headed away by Winfield. Now here's Hockey, looking for a free kick there. No contact by Luis Fernandez. Play does continue. It's a bit of head tennis. Oh, now Ben Seymour might be in here. He's inside the Chelmsford box. Just checks his run. Plays it back to Deadfield. And he tried to go with his trusted left foot, where maybe a right-footed effort was the better option, and it has just trundled out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, really good chance there for Hampton and Richmond. Sam Deadfield just to get the strike away, but just not enough, and it goes out of play. And as you said, Jackson, it just trundles out there. But good opportunity for Hampton and Richmond.
Almost came a bit too soon in his stride, and he just punched it a little too much.
Dean Inman. A great header towards Ben Seymour. He's inside here.
Hello!
And it's a foul given, but it's a free kick. And it's a yellow card for the captain of Chelmsford, Dave Winfield. Now, there were 1 or 2 calls for a penalty, but the referee has decided the contact was outside the box.
It looked very last man as well. Even if it was outside the box, it looked very last man. If you're giving him a booking there and saying it's a foul.
So maybe a double let-off there for the away side.
Yeah, Ben Seymour was protesting with the linesman there, saying he was absolutely certain that it was in the penalty box. But if you want my opinion, and I'm going to give it, I think it was just on the edge of the box there. And I think the referee's called that right. But
if it's on the line, then that is penalty. If
really?
On the line is... then it's a penalty. It has to be outside the box for it to be a free kick. So,
well, for me, it was right on the line then. So then that would be a penalty. But we find ourselves in this situation.
Well, so Chelmsford perhaps fortunate to still have 11 men on the pitch and also not to be facing a penalty. But let's not get too hung up about it, because this is still a very good chance for Hampton Richmond. Free kick right on the edge of the box. Jake Gray, Sam Deadfield and Shane Dunn stood over the ball. Shane Dunn dummies it. It's Deadfield. It's blocked. That might have been a handball as well. And then there's a block by Anna Foes, which just rebounds to Henry Gray, the Chelmsford goalkeeper. Jake Gray there shaking his head at the injustice there. And, well...
That's 2 potential penalties now for Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, we saw the photograph. It was Winfield again who handled the ball in the box, but the referee, neither of his assistants were able to see that incident in the first half. And well, this could galvanise Hampton and Richmond to get that win after facing 2 pieces of injustice.
Yeah, that's 2 yellow cards now for Chelmsford City. Dave Winfield, the latest player in the book. And this is a free kick now for Hampton and Richmond right on the halfway line. So momentum potentially slowly starting to shift in the favour of the Beavers.
Quite probably. 56 minutes on the clock. Hampton Richmond 0, Chelmsford City 0. But as I mentioned, Hampton Richmond having 2 very strong cases for a penalty turned down in this game. Jake Gray does take the free kick. Now here's Fernandez.
Yes.
Here's Inman. Takes a shot from distance. It drifts pretty comfortably wide in the end, but as he pulled the trigger, you thought that was just going to nestle into the corner of the net.
And you know with Dean Inman as well, he has got a shot and a half on him. You do back him in those situations, but he just pulls that shot wide.
So it's a goal kick to Chelmsford, retaken by Gray, of course. And it's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond. Charlie Ruff there penalised for a slight nudge on Dean Inman.
Well, I think you could say Charlie Ruff penalised for a pretty rough challenge, if you get what I mean.
If you'll pardon the pun. And actually, well, his foul on Inman actually injured one of his opponents. He is back, one of his teammates. Cameron James. But he is back on his feet, as I say. So Hampton Richmond have a free kick about 15 yards into their own half. So it's Desbois, the goalkeeper, who will take it. Clips it long towards Bloomfield on that left-hand side. He wins the ball there, and he's surely dragged to the ground there by James. Referee didn't spot anything. It is a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond. Deadfield is under some pressure. He just loses his footing there. And the away side have a throw, and they've taken it quickly. It's with Hockey down that right flank. Great challenge there by Fernandez. He plays it to Deadfield. He's tackled well there by Barbrook. Now it's number 7, Francis, who has the ball. Clips it out left to Samir Carruthers. He can use his left back. Instead he goes inside to Charlie Ruff. Good tackle there by Shane Dunn. Ochieng then wins the 50-50 against the Irish midfielder. Now is Barber, good challenge there by Mason Bloomfield, forcing James to check his run. He then plays it down the line to Francis. And it's played back to Jenkins. Inman is surely barged over yet by number 19, Freddie Hockey. So it is a free kick to Hampton and Richmond, deep into their own half.
I think Desbois very much looking for the yellow card there. He's signalling four times to the referee. And protesting that shove in the back.
Yeah, sort of bit of activity there on the Hampton and Richmond bench. Rory Donaldson just taking a seat. I wonder if he's going to await some instructions before entering the fray. We are approaching it. Well, it's 59 minutes now played. Still goalless this game. But Hampton and Richmond really applying the pressure these last 5 minutes or so. It is a throw-in to Chelmsford. Just thrown to Jenkins. Another crossfield ball out left to Carruthers. He lets it drift across him, and Ravan does very, very well just to shepherd the ball out of play there for a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond.
Thank you again to everyone that's tuning in on Beaver TV. Got James and Danny tuning in from Ireland. Stuart Moore's also tuned in to us. And yeah, thank you very much to everyone that's tuning in so far.
I think my mum, Deborah, she's watching this stream as well, so hello there. Finally got your shout out this season.
And thank you as well to Alan, as also Alan tuning in from the USA. Thank you very much, sir.
Today's match attendance 1,342.
Very good return of figures in terms of attendance for Hampton Richmond. 1,342 watching this afternoon's game. Thank you to those who turned up. They won't be able to hear me. But here's Hockey now. His cross is blocked by Dean Inman. But more importantly, thank you to you who are watching us on the YouTube watch along.
Of course, you can be part of that attendance soon.
You certainly can, Laura.
Yeah, just by clicking one of the 4 links below the action there. But don't do that just yet. Do that at full time because we can bring you the remaining 29 minutes of the 90 minutes. And we are going to see our first substitution of the afternoon. It will be the away side. Number 14, Callum Jones, is going to come on in place of number 19, Freddie Hockey. Callum Jones, as I mentioned a little earlier, he scored the goal in the reverse fixture this season. That finished 1-1, opened the scoring for Chelmsford. Rory Donaldson hitting back instantly back in August. And there's Tope Fadohunsi still warming up on the touchline. I wonder if we'll see him at some point this afternoon. The game is very finely poised at this point.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond having the better chances of the half so far, it must be said.
Yeah, it's a throw-in to the away side on the left-hand side. Good control by Ochieng, clips it out to Cameron James, the right back. And now here's winger Francis on the ball. He's been stopped there by Isaac Pitblado. Good cross by Francis, it's headed into the net. Well, the away side have taken the lead somewhat against the run of play, and it is number 16, Charlie Ruff. Good play on the right-hand side by Jermaine Francis, clipping the ball in. And then there at the near post was Ruff to nod it past Adam Desbois in goal.
Yeah, Charlie Ruff getting the first goal of the game. And Hampton and Richmond do look like they're going to make 2 substitutions as a result of that goal.
Yeah, Rory Donaldson and Connor Curran-Brown, who celebrated his birthday yesterday, are going to make their way onto the pitch. Rory Donaldson coming on for Shane Dunn.
Leaving the field, number 21, Shane Dunn. To be replaced by number 3, Rory Donaldson.
It looks like it's Josh Anafoos who's coming off, and Connacher and Brown coming on in his place. Anafoos starting the game very, very well, but he has just faded slightly, so I'm not totally surprised to see that change. But there is going to be a bit of a change in system, you think, now, because those changes are certainly not like for like. Rory Donaldson plays left midfield, Connacher and Brown, yeah, going out to the right there.
Yeah, just applying a bit more of an attacking threat now, Hampton and Richmond. Rory Donaldson he's got a real good aerial threat, Rory Donaldson. We know he's bagged quite a lot of goals this season from headers. And obviously, Connacher and Brown provides that flair on the ground.
Play has restarted. It's a long ball play towards Ben Seymour, but it's good goalkeeping by Henry Gray. Well off his line, just to collect action before Ben Seymour could do, or take action, sorry, before Ben Seymour could do anything about things. Isaac Piblado intercepting a pass by Barbrook, but only putting it out of play for a throw-in to the away side. Barbrook plays out left to number 24, Josh Castiglione. Now here's Carruthers back to Castiglione. His long ball is intercepted by Luis Fernandez. Now here's Piblado, clipping it down the line towards Rory Donaldson, but Jenkins gets there and plays it to Cameron James. Jenkins has been very impressive in defence for the away side. That's a great ball to Samir Carruthers, who didn't quite time the flight of the ball or his run because he has been flagged offside. So it's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond. But Carruthers has been booked for time wasting there. He just kicked the ball out of play there.
Yeah, I did think, as soon as he did that, I did think, oh, that's a little bit naughty. So I think, yeah, that is fair enough to be put in the book for that. That's 3 yellow cards now for Chelmsford City. Yeah.
Carruthers, Barbrook and Winfield have been cautioned so far. That's the only stat that really matters. It belongs to Chelmsford because they are a goal to the good, courtesy of that headed goal by Charlie Ruff. Hampton Richmond looking to change things, but it's good defending by Winfield, although not such a good pass. He just boots out of play for a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond. About 15 yards into Chelmsford's box. Revan throws it to Gray. Now Gray trying to get away. It was a good challenge there by the goal scorer, Ruff. He's then dispossessed by Sam Deadfield. Good play by Ochieng. He's got away from Hampton Richmond's midfield. And he plays out right to Francis, who can run at goal here. Francis might take a shot here. He does, but it's well blocked by Isaac Biblado, out for a corner kick to Chelmsford City.
Yeah, there's another yellow card just being shown there. I think that was yellow card to Jake Gray there.
Oh, corner has been taken quickly. It's with Barbrook, plays it back to Ochieng. Now here's Luke Jenkins thinking about a shot, but it's blocked by Deadfield. Now here's Barbrook and James on that right flank. Barbrook now crosses it first time, it's looping. Adam Daybar does flap at it, does at least flap away from danger, but Chelmsford still on the attack with Samir Carruthers. And his flick down the line wasn't anticipated by Ruff, so it's out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, I just think back for the earlier challenge Jake Gray made there, just the referee just showed him a yellow card for that challenge. But it does look like momentum was with Hampton and Richmond, but it has shifted now with Chelmsford City, with 2 good chances for Chelmsford, one of which has gone in the back of the net. So Hampton and Richmond need to dig deep here. By no means out of this at all. Hampton and Richmond have made those 2 changes. So Hampton and Richmond have got to try and find a way back into this game.
Yeah, this will be tough to take for Hampton and Richmond. Pretty hard done by 2 penalty shouts that have been turned down by the referee before Charlie Ruff put the away side in front. Now here's Pit Blado, plays it to Jake Gray. No options forwards. It plays it back to Dean Inman. His hopeful ball is met by Luke Jenkins. Fernandez made a bit of a hash of that long ball. Dean Inman was there to mop things up, and Desbois fires it forward. Bloomfield can get there, although Jenkins has made some good pace there, and it's gone out for a goal kick to the away side.
Yeah, if you're Mel Gwinnett in this situation now, what are you thinking? Are you just thinking, do Hampton and Richmond still need to defend a bit more, or do you reckon it's almost throw the kitchen sink at it?
Well, not quite kitchen sink territory. There was just a bit of a stoppage in play. One of Robbie Simpson's assistants was being given a talking to by the referee Isaac Searle this afternoon. I think Mr. Searle didn't like one or two things that were being said from the Chelmsford bench. But I think, yeah, it's...
there's a bit of tossling there with... a
bit of argy-bargy between Dean Inman and number 14, Callum Jones. So it's a free kick to Hampton Richmond just inside their own half in a left of central area.
I think a lot of this now is about mentality for Hampton and Richmond. You know, they came off the back of a dominant period and conceded that goal, and it's how do we get back to where we were? How can we rebuild and look for that equaliser?
They've shown great mentality at points this season, of course, beating two teams in the division above in the FA Trophy, getting a stoppage time winner after conceding a late goal at home to Slough on New Year's Day. Hampton Richmond looking to find a way back in, but credit to the visitors. They have defended resolutely so far.
Well, we did mention that, didn't we, at the start of the broadcast? We did say Chelmsford were going to be really difficult to break down.
They have conceded a throw-in, though, Chelmsford, taken by Deadfield. Now it's Seymour on the ball, just dropping deep to try and get his foot on the ball, I think, Seymour. Don Revan sold Connacher and Brown a bit short there, and now the away side are looking to break. It's with Castiglione. He plays it back to Jones. Clips it out right to Jermaine Francis, who does keep the ball in. And he plays it back to James. Teases across, then he does put it in, but it is intercepted at source by Isaac Piblado, but it is another corner to the away side.
I think as well with Chelmsford, when they do get back, they get back in numbers and really well, quickly, and then set in their position. I think where Hampton and Richmond had the most joy has been on the break, so it's only going to get potentially more difficult because Chelmsford are only going to get less likely to commit those numbers forward.
But then I guess the flip side, you could say, if they're going to get less people committed forward, that's just going to give more opportunity for Hampton and Richmond to have a go. But like you say, it's just going to make it even harder, though.
71 minutes played, 1-0 to Chelmsford. They've taken a corner, headed away by Seymour. Francis has the ball on the right-hand side now. It's with Carruthers, who took that corner. He dinks it into Callum Jones, as holding the shorts of Mason Bloomfield, but Bloomfield still clears it away. Didn't find a teammate, and Carruthers crossed it in. Oh, it's a good recovery header by Luis Fernandez to deny Charlie Ruff. Carruthers will cross it in again, dinks it, headed away by Deadfield. It's all a bit frantic for Hampton and Richmond. Chelmsford still applying the pressure. Luke Jenkins clips out left. It's headed back into the mixer. Here's Ruff, the goal scorer. Now it is crossed in. Here's Callum Jones, who did win it ahead of Dean Inman, but his shot went pretty comfortably over the bar.
Quite lucky there for Hampton and Richmond that his shot wasn't on target and was quite looping. Maybe Dean Inman did do enough to put the pressure on from behind, but he was certainly first to the ball at that near post.
Adam Desbois boots it long towards Mason Bloomfield, who did just...
Oh, he's in the book.
Yeah, he did just trip over Luke Jenkins when trying to win the header. And yeah, Bloomfield has now been cautioned. That's 2 bookings for Hampton and Richmond.
5 bookings in total this afternoon. The referee has been very busy.
Yeah, not been afraid to use his cards this afternoon, but I think in this case that was well, it was certainly a foul, and it might have been a tossing up of infringements by Bloomfield, who's not been at his usual menacing best against centre-backs. But he's still got time to make an impact on the game, as that resulting free kick for Chelmsford amounts to nothing and goes out for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond. Taken quickly by Desbois. Piblado under immediate pressure there by Francis, so he plays it back to Desbois. Now Fernandez is under pressure. He does give it away to Carruthers, and Callum Jones did get onto it, but he was miles offside. So free kick to Hampton Richmond, taken quickly. It's now with Sam Deadfield. He's muscled off the ball there by Barbrook. Now here's Callum Jones inside the Hampton Richmond box. His left-footed effort goes way over the bar.
I think we're going to see...
Yeah, going to see our new signing, Tope Fadohunsi. As I mentioned, signed from Sutton United on a 1-month loan. He's going to be brought on with 74 minutes on the clock for Isaac Piblado. Well, I think we are at the stage where Hampton Richmond are going for broke. There's probably going to be 3 at the back now.
Yeah.
And 3 up front.
Yeah, it's not quite the kitchen sink, but it's certainly the taps right now, as Hampton and Richmond look to try and get back in this. The Loughborough University graduate is on the field.
Not Jonny though.
No,
I'm sure he's had 1 or 2 dreams about that.
Well, you might find me in the staff fans game potentially at the end of the season. You might find me out there, and I certainly enjoyed that last season. God, I was absolutely knackered after 10 minutes though. Can't hack it like these chaps can.
The ball is back in the field of play. Jake Gray looking to find Ben Seymour, who does win the 50-50 against Castiglione. Bloomfield doing well to beat Barbrook to the ball. Now is Rory Donaldson. Try to shape up for a Crosby as well. Closed there by Francis, and then Donaldson just tripping Francis as he tried to win the ball there. And it's good play by the number 7 for Chelmsford to win a free kick deep into Chelmsford's half. With 75 minutes on the clock, Hampton Richmond 0, Chelmsford City 1. Goal in the 62nd minute by Charlie Ruff is all that separates the 2 teams at the moment. And yeah, just looking at the formation, it's Ben Seymour and Fadohunsi up front with Bloomfield
3-4-1-2.
Yeah, playing in a number 10 role. Now here's Jake Gray, plays it to Deadfield. He's well closed down there by Barbrook. Oh, it's a good challenge there by Connor Curran-Brown, who can run into space, and his pass to Fadohunsi is intercepted by James. James plays it to Jones, who can't keep the ball in, so it's a throw in to Hampton and Richmond on the right-hand side, deep into Hampton Richmond's half. Thrown to Bloomfield, who flips that right to Gray. Now Ravan plays it back to Desbois.
Oh, nice, sent him there.
Yeah, sent Callum Jones to the shops
to get the milk.
But Hampton Richmond, oh, that's good play by Fadohunsi, winning the ball there off Luke Jenkins. Now here's Connor Curran-Brown, who looks to dart inside. Instead he plays it to Bloomfield. Connor Curran-Brown clips in, headed away by Winfield, and Jenkins does the rest and boots it out of play for a throw-in. But that's just got the Hampton Richmond faithful on their feet. Good bit of pressure there by the Beavers.
Yeah, the Hampton Richmond faithful making a bit of noise as Hampton and Richmond are slowly applying that pressure now.
Dean Inman finds Fadohunsi, good hold-up play, but he is then just crowded out. Barbrook just picking up the loose ball, and it's actually a great pass, but it's good defending there by Luis Fernandez. Now Desbois played it to Donaldson, who wriggles away from Charlie Ruff and plays it back to Dean Inman, who's slightly nudged there by Ben Seymour, but the referee doesn't stop play. And well, now the away side have it with Ochieng playing it down the line to James, who was the furthest forward, the right back there, but he has been flagged offside.
I just want to say there was a shin pad that came off one of the Chelmsford players. Yeah, it's Francis. Yeah, he's just going to collect it back now.
We are going to have a stoppage in play in the 77th minute. It's Samir Carruthers who is sat down in the centre circle. Might be a touch of cramp there. So the Chelmsford physio is just seeing if he can magic his left leg better.
Certainly put it on the old magic spray.
Interesting from the player that was previously booked for time wasting. I think Hampton and Richmond could do with a spell of just a bit more settled possession. They're slightly rushing things. I'm not sure whether it's a tactical change or whether there is a little bit of panic, because the kind of nice passing play that we'd come to love in the early stages of this game is kind of been replaced by a bit of route one at times, I feel.
Hampton Richmond do still have time, though, to get something out of this.
Yeah, 78 minutes played. Hampton Richmond 0, Chelmsford City 1. And the away side are going to make another change this afternoon. It's not clear who's coming on. Well,
it is now.
It's Carruthers who is going to make his way onto the pitch. On in his place is OP Alpha. Or OD Alpha, I should say.
Oh, yes.
Replaced by number 18, OP Alpha.
Yeah, good shift in there by Carruthers. Certainly tested Dominic Ravan. That's probably been the most intriguing battle of the afternoon. But Carruthers and Ravan. Ravan has often had to deal with two players on that side of the pitch. Castiglione offering great support going forward. So here's a free kick to Hampton Richmond, that earlier offside on Cameron James. So Adam Dewar punts it long, aiming for that Chelmsford City box. It's Fadohunsi who's near it. Bloomfield tries to win the header. Good header by Luke Jenkins, but now it's Fadohunsi who has it. Ooh. He's tackled by Ochieng. He plays it forward to Callum Jones, who does get there ahead of Dominic Ravan. So it's good defensive play by Ravan, and actually came off Callum Jones last. So
come on, Beavers.
Hampton Richmond, great ball there by Jake Gray down the line to Fadohunsi, who's holding the ball up deep into Chelmsford's half. He finds Gray, and his cross has just spooned a bit over all the players inside the box, and it has gone out of play for a throw-in to Chelmsford on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I think Laura's right. I think we are going to start to see now, towards the end of the game, Hampton and Richmond will get a bit more possession now as they look to try and get something out of the game, as Chelmsford look like they just want to settle down a little bit and try and grind out this win for them.
Well, a bit of grappling there between Ruff and Fernandez. One or two afterwards there between the two players, but play does continue. Nice. Good tackle there by Jenkins on Seymour, but it's out to Jake Gray, about 25 yards outside the box. He plays it slightly back towards Ravan, and then he plays it even further back to Dean Inman. Tries to find Connor Curran-Brown, but his pass is intercepted by Castiglione. But Fadohunsi, who's made a good impact since coming on, wins the ball. Now is Jake Gray. Plays out right to Ravan, who was being ganged up on, but did well to win a throw-in, which is taken quickly with Ben Seymour inside the box. But he just lost his footing at the crucial moment and has been tackled. And now the away side have a chance to add to their lead. It's Callum Jones on that left-hand side. Luis Fernandez is on him and does make a crucial challenge there. Brilliant from Hampton Richmond's number 5. Adam Desbois did get there just before it went out for a corner, but it is out for a throw-in to the visitors.
Yeah, Ben Seymour just wriggling in the box there just to try and fashion up a chance for himself, but Chelmsford are able to get the ball back, and they come straight up the other end towards the Keith Hussey stand. And a superb interception by Dean Inman.
Throw-in has been taken. Charlie Ruff then just letting the ball go out of play because he was tackled by Jake Gray. So another throw-in to Chelmsford. And now Dominic Ravan wins the ball. He can clear the ball away, finds Connor Curran-Brown, who looks to run into some space, finds Bloomfield, but his touch is just a bit heavy. It's a bit of a loose pass there, but Winfield should be there on the cover, but he does put it out of play for a throw-in to Hampton Richmond, about 15 yards into Chelmsford's half. Ravan takes it quickly, finds Jake Gray, but good defending there by their number 11, Barbrook. Oh, did that go out of play for a corner? No, he just about kept it in, so here's a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond, about 25 yards from Chelmsford's goal on the left-hand side. Rory Donaldson has got his hands on the ball. He's looking for some support. uses Luis Fernandez, who's a bit behind him. Now Donaldson again, looks to cross in, it's low. Well, it's met by Luke Jenkins, but he shanks it out of play for a corner to Hampton and Richmond on the left-hand side.
God, it's been a long time since Hampton and Richmond have had a set piece, isn't it? So this is another opportunity Hampton and Richmond have got to capitalise if they can.
It's going to be taken by captain Jake Gray. Conor Curran-Brown is in support for a short corner, but I think Gray is going to put this into the mixer. Gray takes it. Flicked on by Seymour. Here's Inman. And now Fernandez.
Come on!
It's tipped over the bar by Henry Gray. Fado Hunsi was lurking, ready to just tap it into the empty net, but good goalkeeping.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond done. It's swung in again.
Conor Seymour, what a chance. He might have had a bit more time, and his head is in his hands. Like, he knows that was a massive chance for him. It was crossed in by Conor Curran-Brown and an unmarked Ben Seymour. That was not very good defending by Chelmsford. Just headed it over the bar. Well, that could be a huge moment on the 84th minute as Hampton Richmond come oh so close to getting that equalising goal.
I think he wasn't just able to get over that properly and almost hit it underneath to skew it over.
Yeah, Ben Seymour isn't the tallest of players in the squad, so it did. So you know, the fact he was so open there was brilliant for Ben Seymour, but yeah, just put the header over the bar.
Now here's Odie Alpha on the ball, but he's tackled by Conor Curran-Brown. There's actually a throw in to Hampton and Richmond, so Ravan just throws it to Gray, who plays it back to Adam Desbois, who waits for his teammates to maraud further forward. Fado Hunsi, who's beaten to the header by Winfield. Here's Curran-Brown,
excuse me!
Who's
challenge there.
Feet swiped away by Barbrick, who has already been booked, and on another day might have got his second yellow there. I think he can count himself a bit fortunate there, the number 11 for Chelmsford. Anyway, Hampton Richmond do have a free kick about 5 yards into Chelmsford's half on the right. It's going to be Jake Gray who takes it. Inman, Fernandez and Bloomfield and Fado Hunsi are just outside the box. Now it's been taken, headed away by Jenkins. Here's Deadfield. Now here's Inman. Looks to cross in with his left foot. Maybe a handball there. Referee not interested. It wasn't in the box anyway. Here's Conor Curran-Brown. Thought about taking a shot, instead clipped it out to Bloomfield. He's got support on the right with Fernandez. It's just a bit too far in front of him, and he miscontrols it. And, well, it's a scrambled clearance by Chelmsford. Desbois clips it out to Fernandez. And here's Fado Hunsi, who'll get it on the overlap. Plays it back to Gray, crosses it. Well blocked there by Alpha. It's a good play by Jake Gray. Here's Jake Gray inside the box, crosses it. Cleared away by Winfield. Out for a throw into Hampton Richmond. They are knocking on the door now. Mel Gwinnett's men. And it's just a bit of a rushed throw in by Rory Donaldson, and Jake Gray, in trying to control it, just put it out of play for a throw, and that's a bit of a waste there for the home side.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond are knocking on the door of Chelmsford City as we are approaching the end of this match.
Well, that was a poor throw-in by Castiglione, but he's been let off because the ball never actually went in play, so he's allowed to take it again. If it went in play and then drifted out, it would have been a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond. Castiglione does better with this one, but it's intercepted by Gray. Now here's Fado Hunsi, finds Rory Donaldson. Actually, it's just a bit too high. And it's a late challenge there by Cameron James. I'm not entirely sure what the referee's given there. I think he's just given a goal kick there. I mean, I suppose James, he did actually get to the ball first, and Fernandez then got it. I think that's just about what saved James there.
Yeah, I think when Luis Fernandez went straight in for that challenge there to try and win the ball back, and I think, and he did well, but I don't think there was any major contact to warrant a yellow card, so I think that might have been the right decision from the referee.
I actually saw a wry smile there from Luis Fernandez and a little thumbs up to James. I think he respected the timing of the challenge there by the Chelmsford right back. Anyway, Hampton Richmond have it back again with Desbois, although his clearance isn't so good there. Blocked by Alpha, but Dean Inman. It's a bit of a barge there by Charlie Ruff.
No.
Referee's not seen that, and now Chelmsford are on the attack. It's with Ruff. Now is Callum Jones.
This will be really cruel if they score here.
It's rough. Great challenge by Dean Inman. Shot taken.
This will be so
off
cruel.
The line.
Oh.
Off the line by Luis Fernandez. There was a shot taken by Barber. Well, that was just mayhem for the last 20 seconds or so. But Hampton Richmond are still alive here. It's still 1-0 to Chelmsford. Came mightily close to a second goal.
I'm sorry, but the challenge that was done on Adam Desbois there, you've got to pull that back there. Oh, I think the referee is now just going to have a little chat with Jake Gray here.
Yeah, Jake Gray's got to be careful because he has been booked already.
I can't believe that the referee didn't see that it came out of the goalkeeper's hands when he had 2 hands on it, clearly under pressure, and a player colliding with him.
Yeah, I'm really shocked that was not pulled back there, and because the referee allowed play to continue, Adam Desbois was fully expecting there to be a free kick there, but play continues, and Chelmsford had a fantastic opportunity to put themselves 2 goals to the good. You know, like I just said to you there, I think it would have been so cruel for Hampton and Richmond if a goal had been scored there, because Hampton and Richmond did not deserve that whatsoever.
So 89 minutes on the clock. Chelmsford are making their 3rd change of the game. Callum Watts is coming on for the goal scorer, Charlie Ruff, who roughed Adam Desbois up just a few moments ago, but Hampton Richmond didn't concede that 2nd goal. And I think there's going to be 6 added minutes at the end of this game.
They just called it 6, have they?
They've not called it, but I saw the referee signal to his assistant, so I'm sure we'll see that very shortly indeed. I apologise if it's not as many as 6, but that's what I saw.
You need to get a Specsavers. Other opticians are available.
The ball is back in play. It's Bloomfield who chests it down, finds Connor Curran-Brown. Sorry if you heard any fruity language out. Oh, it's 7 actually. Well, yeah. I was wrong.
You certainly do need to go to the opticians.
You should wear your glasses too. Here's Fadahunsi on the ball. It's Connor Curran-Brown now who has it. Here's Bloomfield. Good pass aside to Fadahunsi.
This is good.
And now Connor Curran-Brown just about keeps it in, I think. We're a bit unsighted, but he is then tackled by the Chelmsford left-back, Castiglione. It's Fernandez who doesn't quite get there. It's a bit frantic, but Dean Inman now, he just shanks it.
No, he's kept it in.
Wide.
No.
Curran-Brown didn't quite keep it in, so here's a throw-in to... It's offside against Connor Curran-Brown. The Chelmsford bench are pretty outraged that there are as many as 7 minutes added at the end of this game. And we've coming up to 1 additional minute at the end of the game at the Bev. Still Hampton Richmond 0, Chelmsford City 1. And goal scored by Charlie Ruff just after the hour mark. And Inman wins the header there from that free kick taken by the goalkeeper Gray. Now is Donaldson, plays it back to Fernandez. Donaldson receives it again. Been put under pressure well there by Francis, who got the assist for Ruff.
That's
good touch by Jake Gray. Now it's Ben Seymour in space on that left-hand side. He's got Gray in support and he uses him. Gray crosses it in. And it's just in between both Connor Curran-Brown and Tope Fadahunsi. And well, Chelmsford travel with the ball, but it's given away there by Castiglione. And now is Fadahunsi, plays it back to Deadfield. Fadahunsi receives it again, just inside Hampton and Richmond's half. Clips it long towards Connor Curran-Brown, and Ben Seymour in the end went for it, but he's been flagged offside. So 2 of those 7 additional minutes have now been played.
It was a really tempting ball from Jake Gray off the left-hand side, and I think he probably placed it wherever he could, given the tight angles, but just in between the 2 in the box, and it's so frustrating that neither of them could have got on the end of that, because it looked so tempting when he put it in.
Yeah, sumptuous ball by Jake Gray, and Ben Seymour getting the perfect receiving of it.
Goal kick, free kick has now been taken, but Alpha has put it out of play for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond. 2.5 minutes of stoppage time play. We've got another 4.5 minutes to go at the Bev. Hampton and Richmond a goal down against the very informed Chelmsford City, who will are looking for their 6th win from their last 7 outings. Good play by Revan to accelerate away. Finds Deadfield in the central area. His pass to Ben Seymour just doesn't quite have enough on it, so it's intercepted by James. Now here's number 23, Watts, who's just come on but didn't have a lot of support, and Inman has blocked the cross, sorry.
Goodness me, this game really has opened up now in these final few minutes.
That's sloppy by Adam Daybar. He was trying to find Luis Fernandez, but it was a bit too overhit, so it's now a throw-in to the away side. About 10 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half. And we taken by James, who's certainly taken his time in trying to take the throw-in. He's aiming for Callum Jones. It's headed away by Rory Donaldson. And Rory Donaldson has it back, looks to find Ben Seymour, but it's intercepted by Ochieng.
Oh, come on now!
Here's Ben Seymour again in the centre circle in Hampton Richmond's half. Oh, he's trying to find Jake Gravis, just a bit too far in front of him, and it's really starting to slip away from Hampton and Richmond. 3 minutes of stoppage time left. Hampton Richmond 0, Chelmsford City 1.
The instruction from the Chelmsford bench very much just keep hold of the ball now.
And wait until the last possible moment to take throw-ins, it seems. There's Cameron James. Finally takes the throw-in down the line. It's headed away by Sam Deadfield. Callum Jones went down there under a challenge by Rory Donaldson, but I'm not sure there was much of a challenge. Now is Callum Watts just chasing the ball over the top, but Fernandez deals with that easily. Now is Adam Daybar, kicks it out of play again, unfortunately, so it's another throw-in to the away side. Few of the Hampton Richmond players quite rightly saying that Chelmsford are taking their sweet time with these throw-ins. 5 of the additional 7 minutes have now been played. Fernandez wins the header there from the throw-in. Now here's Jake Gray. His attempted long ball is blocked. It's a throw-in to Hampton Richmond, taken by Fernandez, who aims for Bloomfield, who wins the header there. But Jenkins then gets onto it. Now is Revan. Fadounsi does well to win the header against Francis, but again, the Chelmsford defenders are there, right place, right time. Now they're on an attack again. It's with Callum Watts. Plays it down the line towards Jones, number 14.
Oh, he's taking it to the corner flag, isn't he?
He's taking it to the corner flag. Fernandez and Deadfield are trying to win the ball off him. Oh, good play by Fernandez there, just winning a 50-50 challenge there against Alpha. His ball towards Bloomfield isn't quite high enough. Now is Adam Desbois.
Oh, nice.
Plays it to Sam Deadfield. 1 more minute of added time left. Hampton Richmond, a goal down there. Good header by Luke Jenkins ahead of Fadounsi. And now here's Jermaine Francis. Good play by him down the line. They might have a chance for a second, but Francis opts to go for the corner flag instead. We're in the final 35 seconds of added time. Just booted out of play by Callum Watts for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond. This really is last chance saloon to get anything out of the game for Mel Gwinnett's side. Final 20 seconds of added time. This will be for sure the last attack. Rory Donaldson plays it down the line to Bloomfield, who is beaten to the header by James. He's had a very good game, the Chelmsford right back. Oh, now here's Odie Alpha, who's played in. Desbois wins the 50-50 there, and it has gone out for a goal kick. But that's the end of the game. So it's a defeat for Hampton Richmond. We haven't said that too many times of late. Hampton Richmond 0, Chelmsford City 1 is the score at the end of the game. It's that header by Charlie Ruff in the 62nd minute, which has proved to be the decisive moment. But Mel Gwinnett's side will feel very hard done by 2 very firm penalty appeals waved away by the referee in the first half. Dave Winfield, the Chelmsford captain, handling the ball, but neither the referee nor his assistants were able to spot that. And then Ben Seymour was fouled. It was given, but as a free kick, but we believe it was actually inside the box. This all happened before Chelmsford opened the scoring, and Hampton had a few chances as well. Ben Seymour going close a couple of times, so it's a defeat, but it leaves a pretty sour taste in the mouth, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, with those two potential penalties Hampton and Richmond could have had, you know, and a really good performance by the Beavers this afternoon, but sadly just we weren't able to get ourselves enough goals to be in front and to get 3 points in the game, or even to get one goal to even get ourselves level to take 1 point from this game. So disappointing afternoon, like you say, Jackson. It's not the last time well, for me personally, the last time I was at a game where we lost was here at home to Yeovil back in September. So we have been on some really incredible form as of late, but today it just wasn't to be.
And yeah, Laura, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, certainly. I think we pushed them all the way to the end, and I think that's apparent. Chelmsford City players just lying down on the grass at the end of that game. They've been run all the way to the end, and they've had to fight for that. And I think that's credit to Hampton and Richmond's performance and their willingness to run all the way to that final whistle. But ultimately, I think they did probably deserve the win there today. Although we did have those two penalty shouts, I think they put in a really solid defensive display, and sadly we couldn't quite break them down today.
Yep, and well, just before we go off air, we can look at the scores on the doors. So if you would like to take it away, Mr. Jonny Luther.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jackson. So the final scores in the Vanarama National League South. Still in play, Chippenham Town 1, Havant and Waterlooville 0. Still in play, Dartford 0, Weymouth 1. Dover Athletic 1, Slough Town 0. Eastbourne Borough 2, Farnborough 1. Hampton and Richmond 0, Chelmsford City 1. Still in play, Hemel Hempstead 1, Welling United 2. St Albans City 1, Yeovil 1. Still in play, Taunton Town 2, Averley 2. Truro City 1, Braintree Town 2. And still in play, Weston-super-Mare 3, Tunbridge Angels 1. And still in play, Worthing 4, Torquay United 2, and it's that man again, Ollie Pearce, is also on the score sheet for Worthing, who's currently top of the Vanarama National League South scoring chart at the moment. Ollie Pearce is doing very well down at Worthing there, and it doesn't look like many people are going to catch up to him on the scoring charts, but 4-2 at Worthing.
Well, yeah, some interesting score lines across the National League South. Just a reminder, Welling United away on Tuesday night, and then next Saturday we're at home to Truro City. A reminder, family of 4 can get in for £5 if you get to the ground before 12:15 p.m. But oh yes, and yeah, you can sign up for our newsletters and also the FA Trophy 5th round game against Macclesfield 2 weeks' time. You can already get tickets for that. So thank you, Jonny and Laura, for your punditry as always. And well, apologies we couldn't bring you a better result for Hampton and Richmond, as it's finished Hampton Richmond 0, Chelmsford City 1. Bye for now.